So EA Play happened on Sunday, and I actually could not watch it live because I had a prior engagement. But I did watch the recap of it, or not the recap, but I watched a replay of it, and I thought some interesting things. Honestly, EA did their own event this year instead of going to E3. They did something called EA Play, which took place 2 days before E3 this year, and let me tell you something. It was not impressive in my opinion. Maybe it was because the E3 hype wasn't there. I mean, I do enjoy E3 a lot. It's one of my favorite weeks in the year, and maybe they just didn't. Maybe the E3 hype just didn't get to me. Um, using their own EA Play event, but basically they showed off some interesting stuff. Actually, I can pull it up right here. They showed off things like the Faye game, I think is what it's called, right? They showed off. They had a really cool thing for FIFA 17. They had some Mass Effect Andromeda news. They had some Star Wars stuff, but I don't think they actually announced anything about Star Wars, if I recall correctly. I did. Once I tell my story here, I will. You will figure out that I slept through part of this. Titanfall 2 was showed off, which was eh. What else is going on here? I think that's it. I'm pretty sure I'm probably missing something in there. So Battlefield 1, all the sports stuff, which the only one cool was FIFA 17, Mass Effect Battlefield, Faye, which I'm not really interested in at all, and the Star Wars that no one cared about. Okay, cool. So that's the rundown, and let me tell you straight off. So I went over to my buddy's house, right? We're watching the scene together, and we have it put up on the big screen. We're watching the replay. We're watching it on the big screen here in his living room, and he looks over and he sees me. I'm asleep about 20 to 30 minutes into this thing. He wakes me up about midway through when they start talking about not only what's it called? Not only FIFA, but they're talking about Battlefield and Star Wars and stuff. So I slept for a good 20 to 30 minutes through this. Maybe my times are a little bit off, but basically I slept through the beginning, right? Or at least like the lead up into Star Wars. And but I did end up seeing all the trailers and everything. And let me tell you that I was not impressed almost at all. They structured it in a weird way where they went back and forth between London and LA or something like that, or wherever they held EA Play. Maybe Los Angeles. I don't know. It may have been in Los Angeles. Anyway, they went back and forth, and like London would do all like the sports stuff, and then everything else would be here in the U.S. And it was weird. It was cool. Just kind of like show like I'm my own thing now. We don't need E3, but I don't know. I just thought it was kind of stupid. I made a big deal out of it. Titanfall 2 was one of the first things to be shown off, and I thought it was cool enough. They didn't do anything graphically, as far as I can tell. Like nothing was upgraded graphically, which isn't a bad thing, but because like it doesn't look super good. It's not like Battlefield 4 graphics, right? It's not super great looking game, but they didn't do anything graphically. It looks like they have bigger maps. Oops, sorry, I just hit my desk. It looks like they have bigger maps, definitely. I think I didn't hear a whole lot of talk about it. I know there is a full single-player campaign, which looks really dumb, and I feel that, like, the idea of, like, about how, like, your Titan is, I think there's something going by. Yeah, there's a motorcycle over there. Okay, well, goodbye, sir. The idea of how, like, your Titan is basically your dog is super dumb. And, like, the thing at the very end where, like, he launched you onto, like, a wall run spot, that was cool. I don't know, maybe I want his voice to be deeper, basically. That's what I want. I guess. I don't know. He looks super childish. One minute. So I'm talking to people and everything. Anyway, that looked really dumb. What else was there? After Titanfall 2, they showed off some Madden stuff. Mass Effect Andromeda. Did we get a release date for that? I don't think we did. But they definitely did talk about it. It was like you're in this completely new system, solar system, galaxy, that you're trying to find a new home for mankind, which is actually really cool. I want to see like some actual gameplay, like a demo of it. And apparently there's more news coming this fall, according to this video title here. So I think that they will kind of show off some like smaller trailers throughout the summer. And if there is a demo, I'm very excited for it because that game looks very interesting. I will get to play it through EA or Origin Access, so I will end up playing it. And we'll have a thoughts video on it in the future. Andromeda looks cool. It is running off Frostbite 3 now. Did Mass Effect 3 run off Frostbite 3? I actually don't know. I don't know if they ran off Frostbite 3, but Andromeda is running off Frostbite 3. So I don't know what the other ones were running off. I might be mistaken. They might be running off Frostbite 3, which personally I don't think is a good thing. The fact that everybody is running off Frostbite 3 now is stupid, or every EA game is running off Frostbite 3 is stupid because they haven't upgraded that engine in like 10 years. I swear to God, it's so annoying. Anyway. Moving on from that, they went into like some FIFA stuff, which they have like their own career thing now, which seems to be like 2K15's kind of deal, which is actually really exciting, and I'm super excited for the single player campaign. My only problem is that if it's the same story every single time and they have like cutscenes every single time, that might get a little bit old. I don't know. I kind of wish they would let you choose your own character too, but that's whatever. Alex Hunter, what a generic name. Other than that, it looks really cool. Has some awesome stuff like the 2K career mode thing in basketball, which is really cool. After that, they kind of moved on to some other stuff. Faye was talked about. Star Wars was a lot of talk with nothing. Like, they did this whole long segment on how EA is innovating Star Wars, and like, because everyone knows the Star Wars franchise is gonna be here 100 years from now. Like, you guys know that, right? Like Disney is going in and they're like, yeah, we have one Star Wars movie for like the next 100 years or something crazy like that. And I think the idea is to bring back, is to kind of bring games into that and make Star Wars like a mega franchise, which is fine. I'm not really into Star Wars that much, but it's fine. Like, I enjoy the games and movies and stuff. They showed like a third-person game, which I woke up like right in the middle of Star Wars, right? That's when he woke me up. He was like, oh my god, gameplay. But, he was showing off, the guy on stage was showing off like all this crazy like Frostbite engine stuff, and they were talking about how Star Wars is the next big thing. Star Wars is our passion, blah blah blah, typical game development stuff, right? They showed off like this third person thing. I am 100% certain that Visceral's Star Wars game is supposed to be there. I wish it was there because I am super excited to see what Visceral's working on. If you guys don't know, they're working on like a 1313 kind of thing. But I want to see what happened to that game. And I am very excited for whatever Visceral's coming in and coming up with. And I do enjoy the Star Wars games that are already out, and I'm hoping to enjoy the ones that are coming out. I want to see what they do with the Star Wars franchise, but there was nothing there. It was just a lot of talk, which was really stupid. EA Play had a lot of talk in it. Not gonna lie, it was just a lot of talk and not a whole lot of footage, which was sad. But that all kind of came to a stopping point right when they started talking about Battlefield 1, which, because they have a huge 64-player live stream, 64-player live stream, if I can say that correctly, at the end of the game with a whole bunch of people playing, and it looks really freaking cool. And their problem is that Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 are coming out like super, like in the same month, basically. And they're going to run into a problem, and Titanfall's still not going to sell well, because not only, like, it's on all three platforms, yeah, sure, but so is Battlefield 1, and Battlefield 1 is going to have infinitely more content, and Battlefield 1 is going to be a higher rated game it's going to make, because, like, who's going to spend $120 on games in a month, right? Who does that? I mean, I get people on PC. I might do that, honestly, on PC, go on to G2A, link in the description, and kind of, like, just buy both games for, like, $40 kind of thing. But besides people on PC, what console players can spend $120 in 1 month to buy games? When, may I add, that other games are coming out too. Like, why are they going to buy these two games? Why are you going to buy two first-person shooters in 1 month, right? You're going to have to choose, and people are going to choose Battlefield 1 because they don't want the futuristic shooter anymore, right? That's kind of the whole deal with Battlefield 1. So Titanfall is still not going to sell well this year, and that makes me sad, because I think Titanfall is going to be cool. Other than that, I don't think they really touched on anything else. Andromeda, all that kind of stuff was okay. Titanfall 2 was their big, like, starter. And besides that, I think they were making jokes about leaks this morning, which I thought was stupid, because everyone knows it wasn't a leak. They let it down on purpose. Like, I think somebody, like, accidentally broadcasted the the E3 rehearsals, which was stupid too, and I don't know. I'm more excited for E3 than EA Play. Overall, EA Play earned like a 5 out of 10 in my book, because it wasn't that good. Like it was, like I said, it was still like a lot of talk. So I don't know. I'm excited for E3 though this year. If you guys are wanting to hear my thoughts on E3 this year, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I will be posting thoughts videos on the E3 press conferences all week long. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.